File operations. Files could be of many types. For example, text file with .txt extension, data files in a .csv extension, or even executable files with .exe extensions. We will be working with the files such as .txt, .csv, and .json files for the purpose of this chapter. The skills that you will learn about will be transferable to any other file you need to read with Python in the future. The file object methods. The file object has several methods to make it easy to work with the underlying file. They include the following. File.read method. This method loads the entire file. This method loads the entire file into memory. File.readLine method. This method reads a single line from the file into memory. File.readLines. This method reads all of the lines of a file into a list. File.write method. This method writes output to the file. File.seek. This method is used to move the file object position to a certain location in the file. Reading and writing to files. We mentioned that to create a file object, you can use the built-in open function with a file name and mode parameter. But how exactly does that work? Let's talk a bit more about the open method now. The open method is a built-in function in Python that you can use to read a file. It takes two arguments, the file name and a mode. For example, open function, the first parameter is name of file and the second parameter is the mode of file, and it runs a file object that you can manipulate. The mode passed to the function determines what kind of file object you will get back and what you will be able to do with it. Some available modes are as follows. Mode R. Read mode only allows reading a file. W. Mode W. Write mode used to write data to a file overwrites any existing file with the same name. A. Append mode. This is the same as the write mode except it adds the data to the end of the line if it exists or creates a new file if not. R plus handles both reading and writing. The preceding table lists the most important modes which you will encounter. Some additional specialized modes are as follows. Mode RB reads a binary file. WB writes to a binary file. RB plus combined special mode for working with binary file objects. Exercise: creating, reading and writing to files. In this exercise, we will learn how to create, read and write to files. First, we will focus on creating a file. To create a file, open your terminal and start the Python interpreter. Then use the open method to create a file. And please note for the Google Lab. In Google Lab, we can't access or store data files from local drives of our system. For example, D drive, E drive and C drive of our local system. Therefore, our created file will be stored in our Google Drive. Also, if we want to access a file from local drives, first it upload on Google Drive, then we will access. Performing above file operations, first we need to mount our Google Drive as given below. This is the code for mount Google Drive. This is the code for mounting Google Drive. After mounting, you can easily access the data stored on your Google Drive. Run the cell. Drive already mounted at. Use the open method to create a file. F is a file object, open is a function, and drive it's mean Google Drive, my drive it's mean my Google Drive, and Python video lectures, this is a folder which I have already created in Google Drive, and my file.txt, this is a file name, and W is the mode of file, it's W mean write mode. Actually, this is the whole path of my file.txt. Next, write something to the file like so. f.write hello world /n. It's mean hello world will be right in the file my file.txt. Write something else again. f.write hello world again. Now close the file. Remember to always do this after you have finished working with the file. F.close. After running the cell, there is a file which is named myfile.txt will be created in this folder Python video lectures. You can see there is no file named myfile.txt. Now I run the cell. Yes. Now we check the folder for file input. Now this file is myfile.txt is created in the my folder Python video lectures. Now open this. Hello world again. First write this line and then write this line. You can clearly see the result of this first statement and the result of second write statement. To add more content to the file, open it in append mode. F is equal to open function, and this is the path of our file myfile.txt, and now the mode of file is A. A means appended. F.write more content. F.close. More content means this text will be inserted at the end of line in the file myfile.txt. Now run the cell and check the file. More content is appended at the end of second line. Now let's read a file. Use the R mode to read the file. F open. This is the path of our file myfile.txt, and now the mode is R. It means we want to read the contents of file myfile.txt. Print f.read. Read is the method which read the contents of a file. In this case, file is myfile.txt, which is stored in Python video lectures on my Google Drive. Run the cell to see the contents of myfile.txt. Hello world. These are the contents which are stored in the file myfile.txt. You can't write data into file when it is opened in read mode. F.write some contents. F.close. Now our file is in mode R. You can't write data into file when it is opened in read mode R. Let's try. It will raise an error. Unspotted operation not writable because our file is in read mode R. Similarly, you can't read in write or append modes. F is equal to open function, and this is the path of our file myfile.txt, and W is the mode of file, which is write mode. When file is in write mode, we can't read the file. Trying this. Unspotted operation not readable because file is in write mode. Not readable because file is in write mode. Similarly, you can't read in write or append modes. Not readable because file is append mode. If you need to combine both reading and writing, use the R plus mode. F open file, this is the path of our file, and R plus is the mode of our file, which is used for both reading and writing at the same time. F.write some contents. F.close. Run the cell. Now check the file. My file. Some contents.